everybody. Welcome back to SHARC Doc Talk. This is Doc T with Dr.
David?
D. D.
Three Ds.
Dr. D. D. 3. Wow. I didn't know that.
Triple D.
All right. Moving on. Anyway, welcome back. We finished up last week with our low back coverage and kind of covering what the low back does and how to look at it and take care of it and what to do, and even brought a couple PTs on and had a nice, wonderful discussion, I thought. Kind of covered some bases there. This week, we're going to do our normal thing, check in with the week, see what's going on, and we're going to lead into talking about the neck today. We had a few cases recently, myself included. You ever notice like you're kind of the patient too? You get these little like neck tweaks and shoulder tweaks, and then you kind of get curious and let's check it out. So we're going to dive in with you, Dr. D.
Mm-hmm.
You start us off.
In terms of like my week catch up.
Catch up on the week.
Yeah, it's a good week. I don't know about you, but generally speaking, like my Octobers, for whatever reason, just take a little bit of a dip in terms of the amount of patients that I see.
Well, somebody told me it was vacation month, and every patient I've asked who's here, which is now ironic when I think about it, says no because that's why they're here. The ones that aren't here because they're on vacation. So obviously I'm asking the wrong person.
Yeah, that's
vacation month.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, moving on.
Right, yeah, but
so,
it's
slower
been
month.
It's been a little bit slower, but you know when that happens, I'm just texting other patients and working on other things.
Touching base.
Yeah, but I've had a couple fun patients. One of them was a neck patient where I'm still trying to figure out all the small details about what's going on because it was a trauma related to it. So
what was the trauma?
Yeah, car accident.
Car accident. Okay.
Well, kind of a car accident. She had a what I like to call these final destination moments.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, where
Explain.
She was driving behind a semi truck that was carrying lumber.
Okay.
And
I hate those.
some debris kind of came off it and hit her windshield.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Unfortunately, this patient had I think it was a 1970s Corvette with all original parts.
Oh.
Yeah. So broke the windshield. She didn't get hit, which
That's
is
good.
fantastic. But the only real damage was technically to the windshield and everything surrounding the windshield.
Sure, yeah.
So,
oh man,
yeah,
that's scary.
She said, unfortunately, they're trying to find parts and they're still trying to find all the
you almost
correct
have
parts
to
for it.
make them know.
Yeah,
remake.
Yeah, and even the makers or the people that were repairing it were like, oh dang, like an original 1970s Corvette. Needless to say, she started to experience neck pain and came to see us. So I had to treat a little bit like a PI case. It's not necessarily a PI case,
sure.
but
Personal
somewhere in the
injury
middle.
case, yeah.
So writing down a couple things here and there. She's had some progress, but not as much as I wanted to.
Any neuros? Any pins and needles? Nothing like that's good.
No, it's just all local pain. She'll feel good for like a day or two, and then I'll come back like with a vengeance.
Yeah.
So we're at the point where I'm like, hey, let's get the image, just clear a couple things out.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost honestly any time of a car accident trauma.
Yeah.
This is the thing I learned with football field. Is like these guys, you have to go get a picture because like we had one of our kick return long snappers lacerated his liver.
Ooh, how?
That's a great question. Playing football. You know what I mean? He went for a tackle. His liver was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And the wrong thing hit it and just was so powerful, it lacerated. He's been out for the most of the season.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's
internal. I'm like, how do you know? They go, imaging is the only way to really know you're okay or not okay.
And then honestly, trauma is a wild card. So anything
100%.
could happen. Like she technically wasn't hit by the lumber, right?
Yeah.
But she was on the freeway. So that means her body was going at least 60 to 70.
It's still
80 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So something was going on.
Like you say, most concussions have nothing to do with stopping the head. It's just the movement of the brain.
Yeah,
inside
movement of the brain is still going. Yeah.
Velocity is velocity. It doesn't matter when it stops or whatever.
So that's like the big case where I'm just trying to rule out in and out of like what's this, what's not this.
As long as there's no neuros, you're pretty safe.
Yeah.
Chances are, I don't know if you did an imaging, flexion extensions, X-rays are great.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Could have torn the ligament or sprained or pulled.
Yeah.
Those little things like that cause problems.
Yeah, neck becomes unstable.
Yes.
Yeah. So
the ligaments, it's funny when we talk about this in low back. Actually, I don't think we touched this on low back too much either. Now I'm just thinking about it, but the ligaments are the most often injured tissue more than a muscle.
Yeah.
And that's what the muscles are trying to protect, and that's why you can't move. It's connective tissue tends to be the problem child, not the muscular tissue.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, well,
that's one of the bigger ones. She's gone through. How I knew it was like, hey, let's go check deeper. Was she said it wasn't too bad, but she also says she has a high pain tolerance, and I usually it's a maybe. For her, she actually does have a higher pain tolerance. After what she's told me, what she's done, it's like she didn't notice anything.
Sure.
Normally, it would be painful, but it's been about 4 visits where it's like, it's not. We're not really going anywhere with this technically. So I was like, let's
talk about this off air.
Yep.
I have a couple questions.
Yep.
All right, just because I don't want to bore you out there with all the technicalities. Cool. Anything else going on?
The Dodgers won, so
yeah.
Yeah, he's a San Francisco Giants fan, so
Yeah.
I have to bring it up.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, it's been fun with friends.
Oh, and then your significant other did what for the first time?
Oh, she had an energy drink for the first time. It was
Of her
cool.
life. How old is she?
She's 32. Yep.
It's first time.
Yeah, first time.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's great. She was just like, "How do you do this every day?" I said, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It only gets better from here."
The roller coaster just gets a better ride. It's all it really does. Oh, that's funny. All right, cool. Well, with me, let's see. Not a lot that I can think of off the top of my head. Still got a few cases that are kind of moving on. We're working with the sprinter. We're going to have a running with you today, maybe.
Okay.
I have to look at that.
Yeah, I was about to ask
On the
that.
curve, or maybe just doing the workout again. I think we're doing workout again and run next week. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
Because I want to get her mechanics and I want her to feel her hips when she runs, and that curve is so great for that. Outside of that, we have a good friend of mine / patient, of course, but I've known the family for forever. She is unfortunately having some horrific L5S1 type pain. Not fun at all. We're trying to get her down, but just feel bad for her. It's one of those going to take a minute. It's been a while.
Yeah.
The neck one, very funny enough, we have one of our clients that fan favorite for everybody, great guy, asked tons of questions, sometimes over and over, but we were totally fine with that.
Yeah.
He tweaked his neck. I texted him yesterday. He's doing a little better, but he got a little tweak in the neck where it hurt to move and rotate back and forth. I think he just slept wrong, or he did something wrong with the basketball. He said he took an elbow or was doing something with basketball, pushing somebody.
That's common.
And he felt it a little bit, and he kind of felt it more. And I was like, all right, that does happen. So we worked on that. And that's really about it. I think the biggest thing in my world right now is got a game tonight.
Yeah, that's a huge
So
one.
we got to take our broken team and
Yeah.
get some duct tape and go see what we can do.
Duct tape, super glue, WD-40.
Oh, man, Monday was a rough morning. Mondays I go in for treatments after the game, and this looked a little more troubling than normal. So a lot of teams, my Niners, all beat up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of teams just having a rough first 6 weeks. It's weird to have in the first 6
It's
weeks.
football.
Yeah, I mean, it is football.
Yeah.
So
I've often said, like, football is just seeing a bunch of people go through a bunch of car accidents multiple times.
for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And cheering for it.
Cheering for you. We're barbaric as Americans and human
He's like
beings.
plowing his way. Yeah. It's like, man,
Move the chains.
you feel that in the morning. But
Speaking of football, I saw this one recently. It was on the Rams side. Just it popped up on my feed. They got an offsides call. The best celebrations come from O linemen.
dude, by far.
By far. Yeah, he's out there jumping, pointing this way. I'm
Oh,
like,
dude,
yeah.
it's our own line. I watch him work on stuff sometimes. Some guys have no rhythm. They
Yep.
cannot dance, and they are trying.
Yep.
But it is probably the one thing. We're not a sports talk show or anything like that,
Yep.
but we're going to comment because we deal with athletes, and it's kind of fun. I actually love the celebrations. I don't know why the NFL won't let them celebrate.
Yeah.
It costs them 15 seconds, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Entertains everybody.
Oh yeah, personally, just for even all sports, not even just football.
Yeah.
Let them celebrate. We're having fun, right?
Yeah,
It's a celebration
still a
of having
game.
fun. Yeah.
I know it's a business, but it's still a game
And
at heart.
At the end of the day, it's technically entertainment. So, an entertainment business, just let them go have fun.
So entertain me, yeah. If you hit a home run, you're doing cartwatels down. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good for you. If you
Yeah,
strike out a guy,
flip the bat. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
Dude, come on, have fun with it. Football, the what is the one? The robo, the bobbing, the skiing, downhill skiing. I love these.
Oh yeah.
They're great.
When they
They're
get
great.
creative, it gets really fun.
Oh yeah, the grenade is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Hop off and do it, and everybody falls over. I was like, pretty funny because you don't have to rush to one spot to do it.
Yep.
Wherever you're on the
Everyone
field, just falls over, and I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah. So go celebrate. That's
Yes. And then I don't know if you heard about the reffing for a couple of the games. Apparently, a couple of reffing crews are kind of under investigation now for some interesting calls. That's all I'm going to say about that one.
Yeah. Before we get in trouble.
Yeah, you can tell by my shirt, maybe what I have a Chargers shirt on right now because we're heading up here in about 2 hours. But you can probably tell which team I'm talking about.
Let's just leave it at that. Or things get.
Yeah, I got to hit that. Anyway, so we're going to talk about the neck today. We're going to get into kind of some neck stuff. We have the difference between somebody who, like my patient, who just slept wrong more than likely. Now, what that means really is it was already set up to be an issue.
Yeah.
And it's always interesting because people will come into a car accident sometimes and say, oh, I never really had this kind of neck pain. But if he had gotten into a car accident that morning, his neck would be even worse than it was when I saw him because of the nature of the trauma. And so the hard part, like I always joke with people who send me clients, I'm like, thank you, first off. I pray it's not a neck person with that neck pain they can't turn that they just woke up with. And they go, why? I said, because it can be coming from 15,000 different ways.
Yeah.
Because they woke up with it, mean they slept wrong, but something was already there prior. And it doesn't come around as quickly as other things can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's when I'm always like, oh boy, here we go. Put my thinking cap on. We're going to sort of dig deep and figure out what we're going to do. But I have noticed for people out there, because I always get the question, we get the question, when you have pain, when do I go see a doctor? And I typically tell people immediately. You wake up and your shoulders tweaky, your neck's whatever, get your butt in. Why? Because it's much easier for us to see you the day of and get control immediately than 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 4 months later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like car accident. When was her car accident?
Car accident was, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it was like July.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
And she's a perfect case because in a car accident, it's funny enough because it's a trauma. You really can't do much for about 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You can do some stuff, very palliative, very just, move stuff around, but you got to let it calm down before you can treat it, so to speak. So there's always a caveat there, which makes football interesting on Mondays because a lot of those guys, they're car wrecks.
Yeah.
They've been banging. It's like, I got to be very careful with how I treat that, right? But for you out there who are not running in car accidents or running into people for 3 hours on a Sunday afternoon, when you're having neck pain like that, typically you're going to have, there's postural issues, there's shoulder issues, there's stuff you've done in your past. If you're lifting weights or going to the gym like most of our clients are, you're probably doing something overhead incorrectly that's causing some neck tweaks or issues. So that's kind of what you want to consider when you're looking at that. But by all means, when you're thinking about the neck, you have to consider posture, but you also have to consider the core as it pertains to posture. In other words, you got a weak core, you're going to slouch. So I see a lot of people really work on the shoulders back thing. It doesn't always fix it. You ever done the test on somebody who has pain turning, correct their posture, and the pain's worse or the pain's better?
I haven't done it with that one. I'll start doing that.
Yep. They're little tricks you learn after 20 years, but we have a tape job we do with somebody to help them with posture and just kind of remind them, but you got to make sure it's going to help.
Yeah.
So you have somebody turns their head and it hurts, and you paste them, you put them in position for posture, and they turn the head and it's worse, you're not going to let them be. Because a muscle, whatever it is, doesn't want to let go. Not happy yet. So how are you handling neck pain these days?
Like me as personally or as a doctor?
Treating patients.
Oh, treating patients? I was like,
the podcast is about people. Right?
Yeah, I was like, I don't have neck pain right now. I'm okay.
Feel great.
But yeah, usually
car accident aside, like a normal come in.
Yeah, normal come in. Usually I'll check, like, hey, was it a morning of, like, did you just, because this has happened to me where you just wake up, everything's good, then all of a sudden your head falls and then tweaks.
Ow.
Yep. I'll ask if it's something like that. And then honestly, for the most part, I'm checking posture first. Yeah. And then we kind of go from there. Funny enough, when I first started interning here, when a neck pain patient would come in, first thing that you did that I started doing right after was check the shoulders first.
Yes, always. Yes.
Shoulders first. Because I remember going through school first, it was like, oh yeah, we're just going to go hit the cervical paravertebral muscles, so the neck muscles. Yeah. Just the posterior neck muscles in the back there. And you go for it and see how they feel. But yeah, the first thing that you hit, that I hit now, is everything in the shoulder.
Yes. And people are always like, why? I said, because the shoulders are connected to the neck. Yeah. Neck is connected. Like, they're all intertwined. It's like the hips and the low back. They're not separate entities. And what makes us different than most is that we don't have a very narrow scope. We're very much focused on the whole system, which is, like back pain would be, shoulder pain, neck pain, whatever it is. We're focused on the system to make sure everything is coming along. Yeah. Because pain is, when you have pain out there, it's like, it sucks, I know. But it's not the problem. It's just saying, hey, something's up. You know what I mean? I don't like the posture. Like, people out there don't run and buy posture shirts and do this and do that. There's other pieces to that component, not just the sitting in the bad posture part. So that's one of those things you got to be kind of grain of salt with that whole thing before you get too crazy with it.
And even if we go down this posture talk just a little bit, it's not that posture isn't necessarily the biggest problem, but it's holding the position for a long time. Yeah, is going to be irritating for anyone, right?
It's like people say I stood for 4 hours, my feet hurt. I'm like, well,
you stood for 4 hours.
It's not humans aren't built for certain things. Yeah.
So like even that with the neck, like if you're just hunched over for over 3 hours, it's gonna be uncomfortable. But if I'm also up here for 3 hours, my low back might hurt just because I'm sore too. Yeah, just because I'm doing everything for.
Yeah, you get off the plane after 4 hours and nothing feels great. Yeah. I people fucking cry. I say this. Yeah. I fly a lot. People get off planes sometimes and they're like sprinting to the exits. And I was like, I'll be on the slow lane over here. I'm not in a rush, man. And he's like, late for a plane. I'm like, no, they're going to baggage claim, and they're in a rush, like they're moving. And I was like, wow.
It's like, airports are funny. Stand up.
Yeah, I'm the worst too. I'll roll in 5 minutes before we start boarding. Yep. And then walk in, get on the plane, and
my mom is the complete opposite. She wants to be there three
my
hours.
Wife's like that.
3 hours before flight.
Oh, I love her. I love you, honey, but she goes, let's get there at 3. I'm like, we don't leave till 6. She's like, yeah, we'll go hang at the airport. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
There's nothing fun there.
Like for the international flights, I get it because my mom will have to take a couple international flights. Totally kind of have to do that. But like Florida?
Yeah. Shoot. Going to like Minnesota? No. Going to Arizona? No. Texas? No. Washington? No.
Nope.
Don't need to.
Oh, yeah.
It's a, I feel bad. I mean, obviously there's connectors and other situations, but I'm getting there. No, I don't. And so is because I'm a Delta flyer. They go, Delta Sky Club. First of all, it's like $2,000 a year. No. Just have free food and a free glass of wine. But I'm like, I don't want to hang out at the airport.
Yeah.
Some people actually really enjoy it, which I think is awesome for them. But I'm like, I'd literally rather sit in my office and play a game on my phone and just not be in the airport.
I'd rather take a nap.
Take a nap. Naps are great, by the way.
Yeah. So going back to the neck there, with even with airport stuff.
Yeah.
The neck pillows. How do you feel about those?
I honestly think that when you're on a plane, because it's so dry, usually it's warm, it's not comfortable. Whatever you got to do to make yourself comfortable, I think is fantastic. Because you're not there long enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
3 to 5 hours is not life-changing, altering events, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to like sleeping, that's always a great question. Because Aurora, our other masseuse here, she's a huge fan of no pillow. And I said, that's interesting. I think frame has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Because I tried it. If I lay on my shoulder, my head's not.
Yeah,
I'm about 550, 60 degree. It's not comfortable.
Yeah.
But my pillow is very soft and very flat. And I love that. And the hotels we stay at, sometimes we'll get these big puffy ones.
Yeah.
And my neck is jacked. Like I'll actually sleep without a pillow or I'll grab a towel. Because it's just like, I mean, I'm like this for 7 hours. I'm like, no, it's not comfortable. Yeah. So when it pertains to pillows, that's my thoughts. As far as flying goes, if you need a take it.
Yeah.
I just love doing this. The whole time.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
I laugh until I wake up. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
It's almost like a game with myself.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, in terms of pillows, I've always said, like, yes, we could always try to find the quote unquote best pillow, right?
Yeah.
What's the most expensive one, whatever, right? To me, I'm like, are you getting sleep?
That's all that matters.
Yeah. If you're able to get sleep, then that's the right pillow. If you can't, then that's the wrong pillow.
And I tell patients, because we get this question all the time too,
Yeah.
what's the best mattress? What's the best this and that and the other, right? And I always laugh at mattress commercials like, the chiropractors have said. And I'm like, it doesn't matter what the chiropractors say. You have to go try them.
Yeah.
So pillows, I tell people, go to Nordstrom's, go to Costco, go to places that have great returns policies. Go get a couple pillows from each of them.
Yeah.
Sleep on one for 3 or 4 nights, and then go to the next one. I promise you, this has happened 100% accuracy. When you find the pillow, you sleep better than you've ever slept for like 2-3 nights in a row. That's your pillow.
That's your pillow.
Return the rest and buy a couple of those. And that's it.
Yep.
It's literally like I got one of those Posturepedic ortho foam, this, that, and the other thing. It gave me a headache.
Oh, yeah, because it's not the right fit for you.
I gave it to my wife. She sleeps like a baby.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, back to the floppy, sad pillow I have.
Yeah.
Sad tissue. We got that yesterday. Did you hear about that?
No.
One of the patients goes, they have a neck issue. They have a little neck stiffness. Working on the neck. And they go, you know what? I think it's just sad tissue. It's like,
That's a new one.
never heard that.
I've heard angry tissue.
Angry tissue, yes. But I was like, sad tissue. I'm like, okay, I'm going to use that. That's pretty funny. Sorry, guys. We go on a lot of adjuncts here. So when it comes to pillows, that's literally what it is. Go buy a few. Try them out. You will know 100%. But whatever you do, don't go to ChatGPT. Don't go to Google. Don't ask other people. Just go get a bunch of different pillows, different sizes and makes and models and whatever, and try them and see.
Yeah, like because me and Doc T, we're even both different sized humans. So,
a little bit.
Yeah, just a lot of it.
Yeah, not a bit.
Yeah, like
My big back squat day is like 225.
So whatever works for us is going to be different for both of us. So he might give a recommendation for a pillow that I might not like just because it hurts my neck.
Yep.
And I might give a recommendation that he might not like, or he might like just because for whatever reason,
100%.
body likes it.
100%.
So when we talk about neck pain, kind of the same thing, though. That's one of the variables. Like one, let's not major in the minors. Let's just focus on getting your rest, because when we look at even what the WHO guidelines are, it's like, are you sleeping?
That's all. Everything is down to that.
Yeah.
I actually just read too. You know how stuff pops up on social media? It's kind of like, you're just putting it out there because it's clickbait.
Yep.
This one was interesting though, because I think this is something that hasn't been studied thoroughly enough. Is the recovery, not just I worked out or I had a long day or mental, emotional, whatever, from sleeping 7-8 hours ish kind of thing. But one actually said, because you're not getting enough sleep, your body is not efficiently digesting food. Hence, you're probably keeping on weight. It's not actually getting through your system. It doesn't matter if you eat at 9 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever. It's just the body needs to take a time to recover and then utilize everything. And I was like, that's fascinating too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sleep thing is something I think is very underappreciated.
Yeah, I'll say it for social media, it's not sexy to get sleep, but like it's your meat and potatoes.
But you notice that, you know what? We're going to do this. Forget it. I don't care. Strap in, people. When it comes to social media, 99% of it's garbage out there. And the thing that kills me is I feel bad for patients, and you get this too. Patients coming in like pillows. I got 3 pillows. They're like $300 or $400. And I was like, how you sleeping? They're like, no better.
Great, yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Or I had one patient that got a new mattress. I didn't see him for like a month. Came in like, oh, I didn't tell you. I got a mattress and like my neck pain went away. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's people, it's kind of funny to be like, how is that possible? When you consider that you spend probably the bulk of your day in one spot, most of the day of your day is in this one spot.
Yeah.
The rest of your day is up and breakfast and sitting and living room and kitchen and car and office and all over the place. This is one spot. At which point in time you want your body to be as literally as comfortable as possible so they can just rest. And to look at it like, oh, it's not that big a deal. It's like, that's the biggest deal of all the things you do. Like that, breathing, and just eating an 80-20 kind of dietary eating food stuff. Like, be good 80% of the time. Have fun 20%. That doesn't matter. But you can't do that with sleep. You can't be like, I'm going to sleep really well on the weekends. And then 3 hours a night during the week.
Catch up.
Like,
I'm still trying to beat that out
I'm
myself.
a dad. There is no banking sleep. I promise you. Like, play sleep now because you won't get any later. I'm like, it doesn't work that way.
It's always funny because like if we look at us as humans, we're the only biological like things that sacrifice sleep.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Literally the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of fascinating because you're like, that's the most, like I took a nap today for 30 minutes, little power nap. Felt amazing. I feel amazing now.
Yep.
Obviously, my body needed it. Now, I'm not conscious. I'm a moron when it comes to this stuff, so I don't always do great with it. But I always get 7-8 hours of sleep a night. I've made that a point.
Yeah.
Monumental difference.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. It's such a... Well, you're coming off... It's funny because this is different ages, too. And yes, this pertains to the neck because I actually had a patient on the table. This is fun. I actually referred her out to an acupuncturist. I'll get to that point of why I did that in a second. She came in, lay down, neck pain, of course, stressed out, 90 miles an hour every day, 5-cup coffee by noon, like just that kind of person. Lays on the table, and I say, okay, go ahead and relax your neck. And she goes, it is. And I showed her there was a 2-inch gap, for those that are listening, not watching, 2-inch gap between her head and my table. That she's holding her head up in the air.
She's doing this.
Just literally holding up in the air. And so I feel her neck muscles. I said, feel these right there? I had her feel them. She goes, yeah. I said, just pushed her head down, and she fought me. Then the head hit the table, and it still was not laying on the table relaxed. It was kind of just touching the table. Like I'm touching a glass, my arm's not relaxed, right? And I was like, oh boy. I worked on her twice, made zero headway. Zero. I said, okay, I need to go see an acupuncturist. I feel like this is going to be something to really help with. And I, made up some stuff for her. Didn't tell her like the real reason I was after it. Gave her, went. The reason I sent her there, she's going to go 3 days a week for 45 minutes with needles in her neck and face and have to not move and just lay there.
Oh, yeah.
Forcing her to just relax.
Oh, yeah. Just side tangent on the acupuncture part. Like, I don't fully know how it works. I'm going to be 100% honest, right?
I just say like pillows.
Yeah.
If you try and you like it, keep it. You don't.
100%. But I will say some of the best naps of my life, acupuncture table.
That's like I just said. Yeah. Here's needles in your body.
Yep.
You don't want to move because you kind of, I don't want to hurt myself.
Yeah.
But you're forced to just lay there. Now, it can be expensive, right? This is a woman who is very high, CEO, partner at a firm, that kind of thing. Money wasn't an issue. I just needed her to calm down. I said, you come back in 3 weeks and we'll check you out again. Yep. 3 weeks came in, neck pain was half gone. Only half my chin. It was like, so we had like a come to Jesus moment with life planning. Like you have to, I explained it all to her and she goes, okay, I get it. I said, you have to do this because we as humans cannot go 100 miles an hour forever. I've had patients, I only need 4 hours of sleep. Like now, that will catch you, right? And it may not catch you in ways but it will. It's just one of those things. We're just very flimsy biological creatures. Yeah. It's amazing how flimsy we are.
Yeah. So like we shouldn't major in the minors. Let's get the basics down first and we'll do everything else.
It's so, and I think that's what I guess if we had a philosophy at this clinic, I'm going to say it's probably the basics. We really emphasize people come in like, before you start moving a ton, just move well. Yeah. Just learn to move the way you're supposed to move. And then from there we can move on. But if you keep skipping that step, then you just keep skipping back in here. Where's the thing?
So, I'm not, or I don't
we have great sounds in here. And
I just keep forgetting about it.
So do I, understand. But it's one of those things like keep it simple. It's like the KISS principle.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Just keep it simple because if you do that, you can own that. When you're changing habits, especially like when we try to get somebody to do rehab 5 times a day, it's like, how about 2? Okay, how about we start with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then we'll go from there. And we just try to get this consistency of habit in with them so that, but it's such a simple thing. Yeah. And 100% of the people feel better when they do it that way. Nobody comes back and I didn't feel it, I felt nothing. Nobody says that. So, so when it comes to the neck, that's kind of the same thing. We give you certain exercises like for the neck or headaches. I give people bridges and clams. I give them core exercises. And they're always like, why? I said, just go do them and find out. And they come back. They go, it helped. I said, I know. Yeah. And it's always amazing. I go, because it's not just your neck. Your neck is just simply where the pain went to.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Whatever it is you're doing that. But pillows factor in. Mattresses factor in. I'm going to say another interesting one, too, that I learned with what does she do? She's finance, I think. But she has 3 screens. So bing, bing, bing. Yeah. Right? And she says, for the most part, she does turn... like she's checking, comparing side to side. Mm-hmm. But I kind of said, well, how far apart are the monitors or whatever? And so her head rotation is probably 10 to 15 degrees either way. And then her eyes will make up the difference. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. So you stop turning and you look with your eyes in the back and then back. That's going to piss off your neck really fast. Eye movement and your neck are really closely correlated, right? Mm. So I said, okay, so what? And we kind of walked through this whole thing. So we ended up with a swivel chair. And I told her she has to swivel and look as well. So at least her whole body is now partaking in the movement as opposed to just this, like that, and her neck getting very, very tight. That seemed to help a little bit, like a 20% improvement. Then I said every hour and a half or so, all right, I started to say, start drinking a cup of water, like just every hour, pound water. Yeah. And she goes, stay hydrated? I said, something like that. What's going to happen if you drink water every hour like that? She goes, oh, I'll have to go to the bathroom. I said, yes. Get your butt up, go to the bathroom, relax for a minute. Yeah. I said, there's little things, there's little tricks. So for people out there who have neck pain, half of the battle is figuring out where you're at or what position you're getting to. The pillow mattress thing is the cheapest, simplest thing. Yeah. I mean, the pillow is
most straightforward.
Astonishing. Just go do that. And if it helps, okay, you're not fixed, but you're definitely helping the problem, right? Yeah. And then from there, you come and see somebody like us, and we're going to go over your life. Like, what are you doing? How are you positioned? What are you going through? Yeah. And let's see if we can get you some better habits that'll help that. Yeah. And then correct your behavior a little bit. Make your body behave properly and stop having sad tissue.
Nice. Boom, boom. There we go. I'm getting there. But yeah, even when we talk about the neck, obviously it does a lot of motion, right? Yeah. So one of the biggest things that I often see is that the neck is actually a little bit more unstable. So
it can be, yeah.
Why would I give you stretches for that? Why would I adjust it? Why would I do that?
You really want me in a soapbox, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
You just bring soapbox to do go. Yes, stretching is my nemesis. Yes, especially when it comes like you people put your hand there and crank your neck, and I was like. The thing is, when you ask why stretching, right? Why is it bad? With certain things, you're going to stretch what you believe to feel tight, right? You're going to think, oh, this is tight, therefore I should stretch this. However, until you get to the bottom of why it's tight, you're going to be stretching for a very long time. Yeah. And the worst part is, most neck injuries, when it comes to a disc level, are compressive. Like for us, me, a lot of weightlifters, overhead athletes, where you're pressing and pushing overhead because you're causing that compression in the spine, bust out a disc, and that's where you get that. And so it is an interesting thing when you talk about stretching again, as opposed to stabilizing the neck. But since this is an interesting podcast for most out there, how would you go about stabilizing an unstable neck?
Stabilizing an unstable neck. I've gone as basic as, hey, we'll just throw in some chin tucks because you're already here. Just because the deep neck flexors probably need some work. Went straight for the mid-back first, actually. Coming back here.
Mid-lower traps.
Yeah, mid-lower trap. Right. Make sure you're up here, but not in a very rigid, keep your shoulders in your back pocket type of idea where you're just doing this all day.
That's just too much.
Too much.
Over-contracting, yeah.
I might have to give you that cue a little bit just so you get here, so you understand how it feels.
Yeah.
But I don't need you here the entire
That's
time.
Great. But our posture tape jobs and stuff like that we do is really good with that.
Yeah. So a lot of times I'll actually start with the mid-back or shoulders mid-back, then work my way up. Stabilize all of that so the neck can actually just do its job.
Yep. That's good. Another set. So another thing we go after sometimes too, serratus.
Yep.
We'll go after those bad boys because it's usually like, I'm going to turn sideways. For those that are not seeing the video, it's just, I'm going to show a sideways picture of kind of posture and what happens. And so when you get into a position like this, and you're tall, you're good. And then all of a sudden you're here, it becomes this. By 10 o'clock, by noon, by 3, and that's where you're at. And if you can see in the base of my neck here, those muscles up there, the ones that we're going to work on, when it's trying to hold your neck up, because we have something called a riding reflex, right? Eyes on the horizon. So as we slouch, our eyes want to come up. Well, muscles in the base of the neck have to do this. If you start stretching those, but don't correct the position, you're going to piss off a lot of structures in there and ultimately cause more problems. So I agree with you on the sense of like stabilizing it for sure. Chin tuck's a great beginner thing. I love the serratus. I love scapular work, mid-lower traps. Love that stuff. We're giving away our secrets right now. But those are the kind of things we want to work on with people to help that out.
Level 1 secrets, by the way.
Level 1, level 1, level 2. Some stuff I see, I'm like, oh. Anyway, but it's a good thing. Now I say, why not stretching? I was like, well, you can still stretch. Stretching out your lats, stretching out your pecs. Like, I've never been a non-stretcher.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we're stretching the appropriate things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're going to waste the time stretching, we'll make it a not wasted time.
Oh, yeah. Like, to me, it's like, it's not that a don't stretch. It's more like not just stretch.
No. Yeah. And I don't stretch a ton. I'm really into the mobility of things, like being able to get into a position.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie, a good hamstring, glute, especially after leg day.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind. It feels good.
Yeah.
And I use that as a feel good, not as a...
Yeah.
Not trying to lengthen anything.
For patients, whenever they ask, like, is this good for me to do? I hate to sidestep the question for them a little bit. But like, does it feel good? Yeah. Then do it.
Go for it.
Do other stuff too. But if it doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it.
Goal is get the exercises we gave you. That's primary.
Yeah.
Everything else is secondary. And if you like it and it feels good, go for it.
Yeah.
But if you're going to stretch, make sure you do my exercises afterwards.
Yeah.
That's it.
So that way we could be active in the right
position. Yeah. Because remember, stretching is really about relaxing muscles, not elongating muscles, so to speak.
I've almost said it's like formatting the system a little bit. As in, like, oh, you can relax it a little bit, and now we can work on the other stuff.
That's true. Yeah. That's what ART, that's what we do with our thumbs. We kind of get tissue that's overactive to relax, and then we like to throw them right into some exercises.
Yeah. So I've viewed it in some ways that way. It's like, it's not going to fix it. You might feel good for a little bit. Yeah. You might wipe the system just a tad, and then we kind of go from there. Right,
like a reboot.
Yeah.
But I'll open my same screens I had open like I always do.
And that's where the problem relies. If your computer is slow, it's because you have a lot of things going on. You do, and I have trouble finding when you ask to go.
It's funny how we all work like that.
Which screen do I do?
My wife's like, how do you do that? I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just how my head works. And it's in my mind spatially that way too. It's a riot. But anyway, so back to the neck. So the neck thing is really just address the pillow, address the mattress. If you have pins and needles, tingling, things like that, it doesn't necessarily mean it's coming from the neck. It can also be coming from other areas.
Can be, yeah.
But you need to get in to see somebody like us who can actually assess you just to make sure there's nothing worse. Because you could have a little disc bulge. That's just minor, just enough. But you take Advil, you rest, it feels better. But then you twist and turn and something bad can happen. So you got to be really conscientious about that. He has allergies today, so he's fighting the nose and the tickle.
It's been a little rough for whatever reason.
I can see in your eyes. Yeah. I've been there. I had one of those days and I was like, today.
Like, I feel great. It's just this.
Just from the neck up.
Yeah. I need that, like, right here.
We should just put it up here.
Okay, whatever.
You can't see it. It'll be fine. He's worried about the way it looks. I'm like, function over, what do they call it? Function over fashion?
Function over fashion.
Oh, I have, you know who I'm talking about too. I have a patient. She's coming in now to get stronger in her hips.
Yeah.
But this girl is fashion over function.
Yeah.
And so she came in and she had workout gear, but she had a long sleeve. Like, she looked very nice. But I was like, we're crawling on the ground. Yeah. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff on the ground, bear crawls, whatever. Like, okay. So she just rolled up the sleeves and kept on going.
Well put together. Like, you can go see it in your magazine. I'm like, cool. You're going to be down here on the ground.
It's not good crawling, is there? Like, the first day I said, make sure she wear workout gear, and she wore a sweater. It was like kind of off the shoulder sweater.
They look good.
She looked great. But I was like, this is not going to help. And she was sweating at the end pretty good. I was like, yeah, she's awesome. But anyway, back to the neck.
Oh, I got a fun neck one that I just realized. She doesn't come in often, so sometimes I forget.
Oh, yeah.
This one it's a weirder case because I hate to say, like, the root cause I can't fix. And for her...
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's...
Fuse?
No, she came in, and her pain is actually more related to having MS and fibromyalgia. She just got diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which made a whole lot of sense for a lot of other stuff that was happening. But we also had the heart-to-heart conversation. I said, hey, I can't fix the problem, but if it gets you relief, we'll figure something out here.
Yeah, talk to me about that one, too, because there's other things going on there, too.
But before I start going off of other tangents for other things that we'll talk about other podcasts, she had some headaches related to it, and it's helped with that. So I'm like, hey, you can still come in. I'm not going to put you on a plan of care or anything like that. But
right.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that one, because there's some stuff we can do with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll circle back on that topic another time, because we'll talk about it again. Because I've had, again, I constantly say this, I realize, a long career of doing this stuff, and it's I've seen a lot of those things that aren't quite what they seem, and some could be worse than they seem. But there's ways to work through it.
Yeah.
So back to the more common neck issues we run into. So let's. Boy, we're all over the place. Coffee is not our friend today.
Black Rifle, you do a great job.
Yeah, you really do. You really do. We got pillow. We got mattress. Come get checked out. Get worked on. 9 times out of 10, 999 million times out of a million to a billion, whatever, it's going to be something else going on with you. It's not going to be the neck proper unless it's a trauma. But even with the trauma, that means you just had something underlying to begin with.
Yeah.
You were just ready for that piece to go. So that would be my takeaway.
Yeah. Sometimes neck pain, it can happen because, like you said, stuff underneath was probably a problem beforehand. Yeah. So whether you slept wrong or got a trauma of some sort, you got hit, got ran into, that could just go at that point. It was a ticking time bomb. It was waiting to go.
Always. And it's symptoms. Always remember, people who are watching us or listening to us, symptoms are just telling you there's a problem. We talked about this, referenced it way back in the beginning of the podcast stuff. It's like it's an engine light coming on. It doesn't tell you what's going on with your body. It just means that something's going on. Like even if you have a little neck pain, doesn't mean your neck's the problem. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I've fixed without even touching their neck. Yeah. Which still to this day, people come in that have known me for a while. And like, yeah, my knee hurts. I'm probably sure you're going to like work on my ear and it's going to go away. I was like, I don't think that I can correlate that one. I'm not sure if I can or not. Maybe adjusting it? I have no idea. But it is funny because there's some stuff that you've experienced too, where you work on stuff and like, aren't you going to touch where my back pain is? Or my neck pain is? Or my shoulder pain is? I'm like, well, does it hurt now? No. I can. If you want me to. There you go. So it's just one of those things that what we do best is figure out why you have pain. All we need you to do is let us know you have pain. Just come on in, let us know. We'll figure it out for you and then go from there. Yeah. But as it pertains to the neck, pillow first, mattress. Posture stuff is always a good thing to work on by far. But honestly, if the pillow mattress thing doesn't work right off the bat within the first 2 or 3 days, you're in our office. Simple.
And then we'll figure out all the other stuff.
Yeah, it really is that simple. Right. We say don't minor in the majors.
Don't major in the minors.
Don't major in the minors.
Sorry, I think that's a music saying. I don't even know where that came from.
I don't either. I was thinking about it in my head. I don't know what that means. But I do understand you're saying simplify. Yeah. Simplify everything. Even like nutrition. Nutrition trans people. I'm like, just stop dieting. Just eat.
Yeah, just eat.
Just
within reason.
Monitor. your intake, of course. But I think in this day and age, it's not a question of what's good or bad. It's pretty obvious what.
We have so much access to whatever is good. It's just we don't have self-control.
Man, I tell you what, it's like having a Del Taco nearby because I love Mexican food. I'm not claiming this is like what would you call that? Like authentic Mexican food. I'm not trying to criticize but I'll tell you, their little street tacos.
Oh,
they're fantastic. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I go and get 4 or 5 pack of those. And I'm like, thank you.
I understand.
And I'm happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but having those near your house is just dangerous. Dangerous because I mean they're not bad for you, but it's not really good for you. So yeah. Although I don't know how we got to nutrition, but this is funny. We ordered pizzas for the kids. It was after a big swim meet. Yeah. And yes, all 3 of my kids will house a large 5-topping pizza each. Yeah. I mean, it's gone. It's like locust gone. Yeah. And I was feeling like a pizza. It's been a while. I give myself pizza about every 2 months, roughly.
That's actually really good.
And it's actually great, right? But I'm sitting there, I was like ordering the pizza, and I go, I just don't want cheese. I'm one of the only guys, yes, I love Mexican food. I don't like cheese. I'm not a cheese guy. So I said, no cheese. And they actually called me. They said, we just want to confirm you don't want cheese on your pizza. And I was like, nope, just all the meat sauce because I love the sauce. And that's it. And they're like, okay. And it came and they were just like tripping out. And I'm like, now when I order it, it's been a year since I've been doing this. Now I order it, they know who I am. They're like, okay, he just doesn't want cheese. Yeah. And it's like, and it tastes amazing. Because the cheese, dude, they go nutso on the queso. Did it.
I thought you were going for it.
I don't know. I'm upside down. I'm like, because there's one that's annoying on there. F, I think it is. I don't like F or B. That's why I didn't put it on there.
We'll figure it out.
I don't like them. Anyway, so back to the neck. Finish the neck. Same thing. Anything else to add to that?
Yeah, like once we've figured out all the not smaller details, the major details like sleep, nutrition, and that's not fixing anything, come see us. We'll figure it out.
Deeper then. All right. Yeah. Well, that's it for the neck. It's not the most complicated thing. No. Yeah.
It seems like it can be the most complicated.
Oh my God, thing. Especially when your hand goes numb.
Oh yeah.
Wake up and your hands are numb. Normally that's a peripheral nerve. I mean, it's coming from somewhere in the shoulder, not necessarily the neck.
And then let's say all of that is not the case. Sometimes it is a neck case. So we'll talk about that.
It does present scary, but it really generally is not.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we'll let you know or if it's something where like we have to be concerned about.
And then we got to plug something then. You ready to get plugged something?
Sure.
That's why, for everybody out there listening and watching, we do the free discovery visit. Yep. That's literally the purpose of it. 110%. 30 minutes free. Come in. You got nothing. It costs you nothing. You're 30 minutes of your time. and then we can give you answers.
Oh yeah. I had one patient. It was funny because everyone thinks like you're doing the discovery visits just so you can get me in.
Sales
blah, blah,
pitch.
blah.
No.
I get where you're coming from,
Yeah.
but I literally had this one patient said, I have knee pain once in a while. I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. Wasn't anything bad other than she just started working out more often. So
Okay.
I was like, cool.
Well, let's unwrap that a little bit since we had kind of a shorter cast here. Anyways, when you unpack that, it's basically you're looking at them going, okay, here's what we could do.
Yeah.
Right. You're not like you could use the help, sure, but honestly,
That's literally what I said.
That's it. And so for people out there that get nervous about discovery visits because of the sales pitchiness, and we know what you're talking about because we hate it too.
Yeah.
Like we've gone through all that. We've investigated it. We've dug deep on it, and we've read about it and learned about it. And we're not like that. We get the sales,
we get the system.
We understand, but that's not what we're here for. I'm not here to guilt you into seeing me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like dating somebody and make them feel guilty if they break up with you. It's like, that's just horrible.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing.
No, it's more like come in, let's talk, because you have to understand when we have a passion for helping people, like we had a discovery, I had a text. I had a discovery text. So it was a friend's friend texted me, I'm having neck pain. I'm busy. I'm traveling for this, that, and the other. I'm gone for a few weeks. I said, okay, you have hotels? They said, yes. I said, okay, don't use the hotel pillow. Try to find a flatter one. When you get home, go buy new pillows. Buy 5 or 6 of them, like verbatim. If none of that helps, come see me. Because he's just busy. And it's like, just try that first. Text me 3 weeks later, found a pillow, did great. He travels with the pillow. Yeah. Flies with it. He's like, I sleep fine. My neck's fine.
Yeah. And you get all that for free.
Yeah. That was it. It was a 30-second text. And I'm like, that's literally the point of it, is to come in. Let's talk. We love helping and fixing people. If we look at you and we go, okay, like let's say I had knee pain. Let's say it's every time she got out of a chair, always going downstairs, getting out of the car, it was like painful.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to work on this. Like this is where this goes. And this fix is not that complicated. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, right? And we can have that conversation with them and go, okay, cool. This is what I would suggest. This is what I would do. This is what we can do. Yeah. And then you present it to them, and it's you're a grown person. It's up to you. Yeah. Right? If we can't help, like we have one, maybe that you're like, I'm hearing clicking and popping, and there's a lot of pain with that clicking and popping. Yeah. Go get a picture. Yeah. Let's go do that. Chances are, if I landed wrong playing basketball. Yeah. Go get a picture. Yeah. Because ultimately, if you come see us and we're treating you, somewhere in that plan of care might be going out to get a picture anyways. Yeah. Just go get the picture. Go see the ortho, have them examine it, because that's what it sounds like to me. Get the picture if you need it, if it feels like, okay, let's get a picture. And then give me a call. And then we can go from there. So it's kind of I get excited about them, I can tell. Yeah. I love the idea of it all, because it really is just being able to talk to somebody and like chat about this and chat about that and give them ideas, and then what can we work through and how can we help? Yeah. No pressure.
But yeah, literally for that patient, I was like, I could kind of help you.
Yeah. Like I can make you feel a lot better. Absolutely. Of course. You can't downplay like what we are good at doing. At the same time, it doesn't have to happen tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm like, you can come see me for something else. Yeah. But like for this one.
And there's stuff, I mean, my patients trip out when I do this to them. I'm like, I'll see you today, and I won't see you for like 2 or 3 weeks, okay? And they kind of like look at me like, why? And I was like, because you need to do these things. And then in 3 weeks, you should be ready for the next new thing. So you come in, and we do the next new thing. And they're like, okay. And it felt like I broke up with them. Yeah. Like, we're done. I'm through with you. Bye. Yeah. It's like, no, not at all. It's just, if you're in the office, there needs to be a reason you're in the office. Yeah. Now, sometimes I did have one patient go, I love your equipment here because I can't get this at other gyms. That's fair. And I don't want to buy it because it's tens of thousands of dollars. I'm like, I'm fine with that. That's fine. Yep. So I actually love coming by every couple of weeks just to work out and use some equipment. Like, that's great.
Fine
do
with
that.
Me.
Yeah, do that.
Just let us know when you're coming in.
Yeah, give us a holler. All right. Anyway, so we're done with that. We got the pillow thing we beat to death. We got the mattress thing we beat to death. Fixing core, posture, hips, all that stuff all goes together. Lifestyle changes, I think, are probably the biggest one.
That's the biggest one. If you take it,
pillow and mattress, lifestyle.
If you take anything away from this, neck is usually a bunch of lifestyle changes.
Bunch of sad tissue in bad situations.
Sad tissue. We're gonna have to keep using that one. I like that one.
I just like when she said it. I was like, that's kind of funny. Yep. Because that isn't wrong.
And then for the next podcast, if you did all that, nothing changes. That's what we'll talk about next.
Yeah. We can go from there. Yep. It gets fun, but it is something that it's complicated on our end, but the issue you're dealing with, generally speaking, no trauma, of course, isn't that complicated. Yeah. I've only had a couple necks that were like, epidurals. Like it was a battle. Most of them, 99% of them are really not that hard. Yeah, once you latch onto the problem and fix it,
Hence why you may be like, you're just talking about sleep. Yeah.
What are they talking about? Sleep and pillows. They're both tired, I think. It's like, no, that's just that's a good place to go. All right, guys. I'm Doc T.
And I'm Dr. David.
We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.